Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Pisces in mid-December 2019. Hello, my Pisces. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Pisces, I'm always like so tenderhearted with you guys. You're some of my favorite people on this earth. I can't help myself when I'm in your readings. I'm just like, ooh, Pisces reading, yay. Even though you guys like often have like troublesome readings. I don't know. Anyway, flip over here in my hand, Eight of Swords. There you go, troublesome readings. Maybe some of you are feeling stuck or blinded in a situation or blindsided in a situation, and ultimately just kind of pent up or stuck. There is some sense of immobility or inability to move on from a situation or find your footing, find some way of progression. Thank you. So some of you could be dealing with situations or circumstances like that. All right, so that's a nice little flip over for you. A little mini read, yeah. Anyway, Pisces, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa. It's a week now from Christmas. Actually, today's December 18th. So Merry Christmas for those who will be celebrating in the next week. Hope you guys have a fabulous festive energy or time with people, and you're unwrapping amazing gifts or eating amazing food. And if you're working, Godspeed. And also, guys, Happy New Year. I'm excited about 2020. I'm excited about New Year's. I'm throwing a party. Woo woo. So hopefully that's going to go off well. Wish me luck. Anyway, enough about all that. Let's get into it. Pisces, I've shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they are lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. The timestamp, as always, is already in the description box as I speak. So go ahead and use it if you want to jump ahead. You don't have to. You can sit here and listen to me ramble, whatever you choose. Also down there is the information you need if you want to book a personal reading with me. Simply follow the steps that are there. Use the menu options that you're given. But if you have a question before placing an order, feel free to email me at the same address, and I will answer you as soon as I can. Final announcement here before we get into your outcome and your overall is I will not be going live for the collective in December. I simply don't have the time. I need to sleep. I need to rest. I need to unplug from tarot every once in a while. Excuse me. But I will be going live in December for the in January 2020 for the collective. So please be on the lookout for that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can see when I post to the community tab. That lets you know when I actually pick a day and time to go live for the collective. If you want to see that in your notifications, you have to let YouTube know. I want to see videos as well as posts in my notifications, okay? All right, Pisces, let's get going. Please show me Pisces outcome in mid-December 2019. Pisces outcome in mid-December 2019. Please show me. Wow, nice. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Hiya. And that goes there. Let's go ahead and flip everything that came face down so we can figure out what's going on. Oh, no. Okay. I'm only reacting to like the individual energies of what I'm initially seeing on the cards. Whether or not that's going to play out for you, I don't know. So don't be alarmed. You know, this could be an amazing reading. Who knows? But remember, it's Pisces, so, you know, whatever. All right, let's get into it. Please show me where Pisces is in mid-December 2019. Pisces in mid-December 2019. Please show me. Wow, okay. I wanted to make sure. Pisces, no! Coming into, I'm sorry. Coming into mid-December, you come in with the Three of Swords. Already some of you are just like, I knew it. Of course I knew it. This is, of course, what was going to happen to me. It's my life. And so I don't know your story. I don't, you know, I do know a few Pisces, but I don't know all of you, you know, here who are going to watch this video or who are in this collective energy, but there is sort of like a Murphy's Law kind of feeling here, like a Of course, this is what I would start my tarot reading with. Of course. Now, what am I of coursing? This Three of Swords. Some of us are going to recognize this as a card of heartbreak and heartache, some type of betrayal, some type of emotional disarray or destruction. The Three of Swords, other readers will say third party situation. If that's what your situation is, go ahead and attach it. I don't jump on that because I just don't. Now, this is a bitter thing for you, Pisces. I feel that this is a wound that has never healed, or a wound that is taking forever to heal, a wound that is festering, a wound that, needs the bandaging changed. This is a bed sore, to put it in a medical visual, right? This is an energy or an event or people in your life that have not been addressed properly, have not been handled, quote unquote, handled properly, have not been the easiest to deal with. Okay, thank you. They're reminding me of the December reading, and I don't remember. Okay, give it to me, because they're like, here, remember. I do readings, and I try to remember them, and sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Issues with dependency, issues with enabling, issues with wow, they're even giving me the no communication reading, which I did back in October for Pisces. And I remember part of that storyline that came up was, I never should have trusted you, or I trusted you again and you did this to me again. This is a repeat offense, this Three of Swords. It keeps coming around for you, Pisces. I don't want to call you out, but here we go. Listen, archetypally, that's kind of what you're into. Not to be hurt all the time, but to give people the benefit of the doubt, to forgive and forget, to try to see the silver lining in a situation. Not that you're, stupidly optimistic. No, a lot of Pisces are very realists. A lot of Pisces are even pessimists. But there's something here about this energy that I'm connected to, pardon me, where it's like a helping energy, or like I said in the main December reading, was enabling. This is, here it is. That's the difference here, or not the difference, but they want me to point this out. This is you co-conspiring, Pisces, some of you, on your own pain, okay? That's a call out. More than the other stuff I was saying about the general archetypes of Pisces. That's a call out right there. Because look, there are two birds being pierced and stabbed with the swords here. Two birds, not one. Which is often what I think we can sort of become disillusioned with when we see the traditional depiction of the Three of Swords, which is just a single heart being stabbed by three swords. Here we see two individuals being stabbed by the swords. And, that's not fault of the original artist, of course. It's not their fault. But I think we, as the interpreters of tarot, the readers and the querents or the watchers of tarot or whatever, we presume that one person is the victim. One person is the one who was hurt by the monster who was stabbing the heart, or in this case, stabbing the birds. I'm here to tell you, Pisces, in many of your cases, you helped stab your own heart. You helped drive the sword through your own body. It's not a blame. It's a fact. So whoever, somebody's bristling at me saying this, and you can bristle all you want. Because one of the undercurrents of my reason for doing this channel is accountability. Yeah. I don't walk around like a saint, and neither should you. Yeah. Nobody in this world is above flaws, shortcomings, biases, or anything like that. Whatever, or misdeeds or ill-advised behaviors. Now, somebody is a little bristled that I'm saying you helped hurt yourself. But again, recall if you've watched my channel before. If not, go watch your previous video. What was I saying? You enabled. In that video, I was saying that. I don't know what's going on here. This could be the same storyline. I don't know just yet. But there's something here where you know you had a potential, not a potential. You knew better to trust someone or not trust them. To open the door, literally open the door to someone or let that door stay shut. Yeah? You knew better whether or not to invest your time or your effort or your money with a person. You knew better than to trust them with your car keys, whatever. Now you're dealing with this this repeated returning energy of heartache and strife and stress and bad times and sorrowful or sour, thank you, sorrowful or sour emotions regarding you and another person, or you with other people. Could be more than one person that you're dealing with, yeah? It's not about blame, it's about accountability. Personally, I do believe in redemption. I do believe that people can change. However, there is a line to that. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on... Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? For me, I'm like, fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, shame on me. Because I give people second chances. Pisces, some of you are out here giving 16 chances, 58 chances, 129 chances to somebody or a group of people. Or if it's not a repeated person, it's just the energy that you vibe on. It's different people doing the same type of thing to you over and over again, implicating you, getting you involved in drama over and over and over again. You could be a super duper kind-hearted person. No fault to you. Continue to be that. But some people in this life can smell that. Like a bloodhound, they can smell it. That person over there, that Pisces over there, they're a kind-hearted person. I'm a piece of shit. I'm going to go make friends with them. No fault of your own. You're just existing, being a nice person. And a new person maybe has stepped into your life, taken advantage of you, abused you in some form or fashion, called you up for one too many favors beyond what is expected of knowing someone for a few months or even a few weeks. They come into your life like a fucking tornado, and you look around after the tornado blows out of town, and you're like, well, here's my life being in a wreck again. And again, it's not blame. Listen, if this is a repeated pattern or a repeated offense between you and a specific person or specific people, listen, I just had to get on Gemini about this. And Virgo. Where's the accountability, Pisces? I love you guys. You're close to my hearts. Where's the accountability here? I don't think most of you are sitting here denying your own contribution to the Three of Swords, but there are some of you who are not in the mood to hear it in this way, and I'm sorry, but this is the way it's coming out, because either deep down inside of you, this is the tough love that you know you need, or this is other people around you who are on your team, who are on your side, who want to see you succeed, or who want to see you happy and fulfilled and smiling and all that good stuff, or this is your guides. I'm a channel for all three right now. Honestly, this is what it feels like. It's either people around you who are talking sense and you don't want to hear them, so you've shut them out. Here I am to channel their message, right? This is your deep intuition, the side of yourself that you have silenced. The side of yourself that says, hey, we got to set up firm boundaries. But then the other side of you says, but we want to be friends. We want to be nice to people, or we want this person back in our lives. So you listen to that side instead of your deeper intuition. So I'm channeling for that. Or these are your guides. Whatever you believe in or don't believe in terms of guides, whatever that means to you. I'm not afraid to give you this tough love. even if you hate it. C'est la vie, my friends. Now, what else happens? There you are, right next to it. You, Queen of Cups energy, water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The person you're dealing with could be a water sign. It doesn't matter. But this is you. This is wonderful. There's a very fine line here that I'm trying to draw your attention to. There's nothing wrong with being like what I'm about to talk about here, but there is also a time and a place. Queen of Cups energy, master of emotions, okay? Queens and kings are the masters of their suits. So this queen is compassionate, forgiving. And you've been that way with people who maybe don't deserve it. And the complication, which they're reminding me, I mentioned in the previous video, and again, it's coming up here, is sometimes Pisces, you can give to people because of attachment, because of history, because of who they are in relation to you. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your best friend. Yeah? That can pull on you. That's an Achilles heel in some of your cases. This Queen of Cups recognizes that first, looks across the room, looks out the peephole, picks up the phone, sees it's a text message from, that's my son. He's calling me. Looks out the peephole. It's my best friend. We've been best friends since 2nd grade. You know? Shows up at the office. Or shows up at, wherever. There's my office buddy. The person that I've known since I started working here. The person that, I went to, his wedding. Whatever reason you have to be attached to another person. That is what the Queen of Cups recognizes first. That person is this to me, and I am that to them. Yeah? I would encourage you to see beyond the attachment and see them as an individual person. That kind of relates to the difficulty, I believe, but I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, so don't listen to me wholly on this, but there's a complication in parental relationships and relationships between parents and their children. Because some people, I've been told this and I hate it. You'll always be my daughter. What does that mean? I'm an adult. Technically, yes, a daughter, but I'm an adult. Please see me as something other than that. Because that view of me does not allow you to see the other aspects of me, okay? Without getting into divulging too much of my history, I hope you're able to see what I'm saying here. There's a complication when you recognize a person first as your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your daughter, your son, whatever. Instead of seeing, that's Jamie. Oh, that's Brian. Oh, that's Jamelia. And seeing them in other ways. That's my son, but he's also somebody else's father. That's my son, but he's somebody else's employee. That's my son, but he is whatever he sees himself as. And that opening yourself up to recognizing that people have different roles or people have different personas or different ways of relating in this world than just to you, how you and this person relate. They're more complex, multifaceted, yeah? I think that could help in some of your cases because the Queen of Cups, she's just obsessed with that cup in her hand and the little fish that's inside of it. That's all she recognizes. This fish is my little fish that I keep in this little cup, and that's it. Not thinking that this fish might be better or, have a different type of existence. Say, when you put them in a fish tank, you put this fish maybe in some fresh water in a lake or something, and then there would be something else. Because I don't keep fish, but isn't that a thing? I could be wrong. If you keep a fish in a tiny bowl like that, don't they I don't know. I could be wrong in saying this. It might be misinformation, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like sometimes a fish will not grow beyond the size of the container that it's in. So if you have a tiny little fish bowl versus, say, a fish tank, you might be limiting what that fish can be, or the way that you're able to perceive that fish. He's all cute and cuddly, as much as a fish can be cuddly, when he's kept in a little cup. You put him in a tank, he's less cuddly. He's more agile. It's different. So seeing this person or people that you're involved with, or even the energy that comes back around to you. Some of you keep dating the same type of person. Emotionally unavailable, abusive, somebody who cheats on you. You've been, through 4 or 5 significant relationships in your life, and every time you get cheated on. Consider how, you got to consider how you relate to people who are repeated in your life, or the energies that are repeated in your life, and consider perceiving them outside of compassion, outside of tender love and care. This Queen of Cups, especially in this deck, I'm not sensing any type of challenge to her. This is a very accepting energy. Not to say none of you are, doormats and people just, steamroll you. I'm not saying that. But this energy, or how, maybe it's specific to the person. That's kind of what I was saying. It could be specific to the person or the energy. Whenever you get around them, you turn to jelly. You let any other person do or say things that this person says or does, and you would throat punch them. Who the fuck are you talking to? What do you think you're doing? You let this other person do it, and it's like, okay, it's fine. You see? So somebody gets a pass, therefore perpetrating and repeating this 3 of Swords energy in your life, while other people, if they did it, they would be hammered on. They would be exiled from your life. Cut out. No questions asked. Whoever this is, whatever this is, it can get to you. Not a blame, but there's accountability here. Please be aware of yourself. Please be aware of what you are energetically dancing with, so to speak. What else happens? What did I just say? What did I just say? Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity. Honesty. Let's call a spade a spade. This is, of course, also in a playing deck. The Ace of Spades. Call a spade, Pisces. Do you need to do some work on yourself? I told you, or I mentioned something about putting up boundaries. Put them up. Maybe the boundary or maybe the hurdle here is an honest conversation with somebody. I think I mentioned, yes, they're giving me such clarity on that previous reading. This in a lot of ways is a continuation of that previous December reading for Pisces. In that reading, in terms of enabling, in terms of the issues with addiction that we were talking about, I recall, they're confirming. I recall that at some point I said, even the word addict, drug addict, alcoholic, whatever, narcissist, whatever word, hasn't even been spoken between you and this person. Hasn't even been honored, given space to exist, because it's that type of a kid gloves kind of energy. You or them or whoever doesn't want to push, doesn't want to offend, doesn't want to... See, that's another thing. I don't know who this is for, man. There's another thing. If you push and you give this tough love to this person or to whatever that 3 of Swords energy is, right? If you push back, like how I'm giving you tough love right now, and I'm kind of telling you right now, if you don't like the video, if you've clicked off, so the fuck what? No offense to you, because I do value you. I would like you to stay. I would like you to remain watching the video, liking it, and interacting and remaining a part of this community. But if I'm doing something that offends you right now and you can't take the heat, which is a mild heat coming from me. If you knew me personally, this is nothing, right? If you can't take this, basically, why are you here? So what I'm doing here is sort of modeling. I don't want to put myself, that's not an egotistical, I'm not trying to be an egotist here and say do it like me, Pisces. No. But I think I'm, as a part of being empathic, is I often end up channeling and I often end up representing an idea or a perspective that is meant to challenge you, meant to enlighten you, meant to push you or give you confirmation of something. Some of you are afraid to get truthful with yourself, with other people. Some of you are afraid to speak how hurt you are. All right, Pisces, I apologize about that. I got cut off. I don't know exactly where I was, but I'm just going to go with the flow because I don't want to miss it. So I keep wanting to say the word reciprocal here when I talk about the Three of Swords. And that, again, does remind me of what I was saying about it. There are two birds on that card. You're hurt, the other person is hurt. And that also is a complexity, why am I saying it that way? Complexity. Again, I'm not a professional, but I just know what I know. When we talk about people who have addiction problems, just as an example, this is not going to apply to everybody, of course. When you have someone who has an addiction, a lot of those people are going to tell you, and I've said this about Pisces also, in when you have to, anyway, I'll get to that. Addicts, for the most part, know that what they're doing hurts them and hurts others, hurts their friends, hurts their family, hurts people that love and care about them. They know that. They do it anyway. So this hurt that is experienced by at least two people, maybe more, that's reciprocal. That's shared. You think you're hurt because your cousin or your son or your daughter is hooked on drugs and destroying their lives? They're hurt too. They know that. It hurts them to hurt you. And that is, see, I've said that in a Pisces reading before. Maybe it was the last one or something else. I think it was in the no communication reading. It hurts me to hurt you. If you, for some Pisces who are going to get into this Ace of Swords, this tough love, this setting up of boundaries, or having on the just stark naked conversations, brutally honest conversations, for the Pisces that are willing to pick up this sword and act as a possessor of it. What do I mean by that? Act as a possessor. Meaning take it on. You know, the Ace of Swords doesn't care about emotions, doesn't care about, well, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, or I don't want to make the situation awkward, or I don't want to add any more pain to the situation. The aim of the Ace of Swords is to clear the air. Get all the junk out of the way. What is in the dark, to certain respects, or certain extents, comes to light. No secrets, no lies. No deflection. Just the bare facts of the situation. You, my son, you, my daughter, you, my whoever, you're destroying your life. And in return, you're destroying me. We've been dealing with this issue for whatever period of time. This, again, could come in the form of an intervention. Whatever, some of you are like, you don't want to do it. And I understand. Because I told you. You see the person as their relation to you. And that supersedes, that washes out anything else. And all you want to do is care for them. All you want to do is love them. All you want to do is try to make their day less shitty. It's a complex situation. I do not proclaim to have all the answers, but in terms of what I do for tarot, accountability, spiritual enlightenment, we have to let people own their shit. We own our stuff. They own their stuff. So if you want to own your stuff, own your truth, own your values, own your boundaries, own the hurt. And again, I told you in the beginning, this is a wound that has not healed. If I'm assuming this was your, assuming, put yourself in this situation, Pisces, you're in a hospital, have a big gash down your forearm. Let's say you stay over. Monday night, nurses come in, they dress the wound. And you're like, okay, cool. Monday night, you go to sleep, you wake up on Tuesday morning. You're waiting for the nurse to come in and clean the bandage. It's bled through, right? And it's painful. You're like hitting the nurse button so he can give you some pain meds. No nurse comes. If she does come, she comes and looks at your arm, peeks under the bandage, slaps the same one back on, and walks the fuck off. You're like, that's strange. Well, I guess they know what they're doing. And you stay there. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Same bandage. Nobody cleans your wound. Nobody gives you medicine to take away the pain. Yeah? I told you, this is a wound that has not healed. Now, if you are an able-bodied person, there's nothing wrong with your damn feet. Leave that hospital. Go somewhere else. Go home. Go to CVS. Do what you got to do and heal it yourself. Listen. Break. This is complex. I know it is. Because I'm saying it as the outside. And again, I might be channeling for friends. I might be channeling for your therapist. I might be channeling for your guides, your inner knowing, whatever. And I'm being a little rough about it. Part of me apologizes because I don't aim to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't aim to offend. But another part is just like, so what? This is the deal. Individual accountability, individual spiritual healing and enlightenment. If you're not about that life, why are you here in this reading? Why are you watching any tarot on YouTube? Maybe to get inspiration, maybe to get clarification. Cool. But if you want to run away from it, if you want to avoid this and keep staying in the hospital where your wound is not being taken care of, eventually you're going to end up with an amputated arm, my friend. Leave the same situation that isn't doing you any good. Stop messing around with the people that you're messing around with in the same manner that you're messing around with them. You will only end up continuing to harm yourself. I told you, it's not about blame, accountability. Moving on. Ten of Cups in reverse. Upright. What's that? If you know tarot, you know what this is. This is ultimate happiness. This is dreams come true. This is happy family. Okay? Reverse, not so much. This truth, this setting of boundaries, this new normal, this intervention, whatever this Ace of Swords is to you, keeping in some cases, Pisces, let me in. Pisces, I need a place to stay. Pisces, I need money. Text messages. Can I come over? Can you loan me $50? Whatever. This Ace of Swords could be icing all that out. Ace of Swords sometimes can be kind of passive. Okay? Just to confirm that. Because for some of you, it's not a problem until they show up. It's not a problem until they persist and they persist. Sometimes putting up a boundary, for now at least, is to ignore them. That will work for some of you. This could be, just kind of don't give in to them. That'll work. And they'll move on to the next victim. Ooh, I'm not trying to call you a victim. I'm saying in some of their cases, they're viewing people as victims. I'm not calling you a victim. This is how the other person would view you. Whoever is in that Three of Swords. And that's mostly for like friends. Family relationships, it's a little less nasty, okay? But this Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Swords is here to bring some clarity to it. Because I don't know, I wouldn't say that the Ace of Swords is a healing energy. I would not say that. But it does bring clarity to the situation, brings a spotlight onto it. It reveals that trying to, in the situations where we're ignoring, where we're not calling a spade, that doesn't work. That doesn't fly. That doesn't bring happiness to a situation. That doesn't bring healing to a situation. It doesn't fulfill you. Could be Since Ten of Cups often, like I said, talks about happy family, this could also indicate that for a while, the family dynamic that you have needs to be, maybe not needs to be, but will be or might end up being, because I don't want to get into needs to be. But it might be a little disrupted, or it's always been disrupted. It's always been dysfunctional, and this again shines light on that, gets clear about that. Again, I could have been channeling or connecting with some of your therapists. I'm not going to say every Pisces on the planet is in therapy, but for those who are, I could be telling you, listen, or this could be your therapist, like, listen, let's get some firm boundaries in place. They give you homework, they give you, tips and tricks or whatever to start implementing in your life so that you can start to really deal with the long-standing dysfunction that exists between you and whoever is here with you. It doesn't have to be one person. It can be more than one. That's pretty simple. Outcome, Pisces, is the Magician. Secondary major arcana for Gemini and Virgo, which were the two signs I did before yours. I'm not sensing much of an overlap there. Oh, the Gemini was a little combative. If you want to peruse those, if you know for sure you're dealing with Geminis and Virgos and you think, not that you think, but if you're curious, you can go ahead and look at those videos. But in general, more to the point, the Magician is an alchemist, okay? A creationist. Well, not creationist in terms of theological beliefs or anything like that, but a creationist in terms of how they interact with the esoteric space, the metaphysical space, and our 3D terrestrial space, okay? This person is very accomplished in the physical as well as the spiritual. They can be sometimes like a leader, but I don't know if I want to go that route with this time, because I think this is a very, this could be like a mentor to you. This could be somebody who, not me, because I'm not trying to insert myself here too much, but this could be somebody who's like giving you advice, showing you the way because they've gone and made a way for themselves. This could be somebody in a rehab program or a narcotics or Alcoholics Anonymous type thing. This could be a parole officer. This could be someone who has gone through considerable change or has manifested change in their lives. Again, I feel like, especially with like the NA and AA meetings, they're often led or populated by people who have experience in dealing with addictions, right? Firsthand experience, not going to school and studying it from this outside perspective. It's like, no, I spent like 10 years living on the street because I had an addiction to opioids. This is that type of person who has changed their life of their own volition and choice and powers of manifesting. Now, they may or may not be in the spiritual world. They may or may not be strictly in the terrestrial world. They could be both. They could be one or the other. Point is, this person is capable. I really would like to say this is you, Pisces. In a few cases, maybe you're coming into this energy, but I think this is mostly coming out as an external person who could help you, or help the person who has the addiction, or help the person who has the issues with narcissism. This could be your husband or wife. You're married to a narcissist, right? Who constantly breaks your heart for whatever reason, in whatever ways. The reciprocated heartbreak is a little less likely with a narcissist from what I understand, but some of them are human. Okay. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. But whoever this is, I think that they're a capable ally for you. I feel some of you might be a little tentative to ask for this person's help or accept their help, but like I told you, if you want to sit in the same hospital with an open wound that doesn't get treated properly and wait for your arm to get chopped off, because that's what happens when you don't heal things, eventually something gives and festers and rots and becomes worse over time. If you want to stay that route, you may do so. I don't encourage it. I would much rather see you work with other people or take people's advice. If someone comes up to you, if you're the addict, Pisces, if you're the one with the drug problem, if you're the one with the issue, and someone comes up to you and says, hey, I want to help you, Pisces. I see you're struggling. It could be the magician. I would implore you to be open to the helping hand of the magician. Okay? Overall energy. Page of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be the person you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. The Page of Wands, pages all start out on a long journey, right? Because they're on a road, on a path to graduate up to the Knight, the Queen, and the King. Ascension, right? Their path is all about ascension and leveling up, right? This is the start of a journey. This is the start of some significant change in your life, in their lives, in their life, in both of your lives. The Wands quality speaks to me because it comes from a spiritual place. You know? It comes from a place of endeavor. It comes from a place of belief. This is not for show. This is not an emotional ploy. This is not a rational ploy. This is not even a physical or material ploy. This ploy comes from within. Like, I'm pointing to my solar plexus a little bit here. This is you and or someone else agreeing to take the necessary steps to commit to some type of change, to commit to some type of reinvention of the self or reinvention of the relationship. Now, that could sound hopeful. Some of you are like, oh my God, he or she is going to agree to rehab. Nah, that might not be the reinvention that this card is indicating. The reinvention could be, oh no, you put up a boundary and you mean it, Pisces, and this person doesn't speak to you for however long. And some of you are like, that's not the result I want. Might be the result that you need. Might be the result that serves everyone best. Because again, if you're always there to catch someone when they fall, or you're always there when they come knocking at your door, asking for this, needing that, crying at you, screaming at you, and getting what they need, if you constantly give the enabling thing, yeah, there's no inspiration, no motivation to change a damn thing. You shut them out, you ice them out, you put up boundaries, you have honest conversations. Now the dynamic has changed. Now someone has to be on a path towards something new, whether it's you, them, or the both of you. So maybe that means reunion, maybe that means healing old wounds, maybe it means getting up out of that hospital and seeking treatment elsewhere. Because, whatever. It's going to be different for everybody. Pisces, I'm going to end it there because this is going on a long time. Man, what a reading. This is not easy. This is absolutely not, no ma'am, no sir. This was, now I'm feeling a little apologetic because, yeah, I'm disconnected. So so hi, it's Regular J here. Listen, this is very difficult. I wish you all the best with it because I don't know that necessarily I've given you much to go on. I hope, if anything, this was like a pep talk, but yeah, Pisces, if you like this, if you found resonance with it, go ahead and like it, like the video, leave a comment. Feel free to share this with your friends and family, people that you might think could benefit from the message. And of course, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll be back soon with the January and the mids for January. I'll also go live at some point for the collective in January if you want to see me and get a question answered here live on the channel, okay? Pisces, I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.